John Hoffman. I've tried inviting you on the show. I've tried talking to you before anything bad was said about your organization, not just you, but Emily Burns, Nazy Dolar's campaign manager and spouse. You guys don't want to come on. You don't want to have a conversation. You made an accusation that Sonny Hersh is using CAP's email lists to further his stuff. Then you say, what if Avy's doing it? Then you assume I do. And then you write on like I'm guilty of, and you know what? Nobody's guilty of anything. First of all, if you were involved in the community, if you understood what was going on, you would know that the lists, the sign-up lists, goes to the police. Neither I nor Sonny nor any beat facilitator has access to the list. In Sonny's case, he passes around a second sheet that he announces at the meetings, if you were at the meetings, and if you were there, you weren't paying attention, and I don't think you pay attention to very much when people do talk to you, because you seem to make up your own stuff on a regular basis. And I mean make up, okay? So that list everybody knows is going to Sonny. The police list is police list. At my meeting, I tell people during the meeting and after that if they'd like to get the regular emails, to give me their email and I will send it to them. You contacted Sonny and you have been in touch before because Sonny, among other people, including myself, who were involved in this community while you weren't, were trying to get a hold of you to try to help you because we want to see community organizations around here. And we were hoping your community organization would be a good community organization. But your agenda is 100% political start to finish. Whatever you say you want to do, you're not working together with anybody. You don't want to get any help from anybody. I've also seen you write that CAPS is of no use on Hank Morris's message board. And I don't know, Hank. You ought to be looking at some of the stuff that's said here. Or maybe, I guess it doesn't matter to you if the stuff is real or not. He says over here, while plans for a new school are great, this is John Hoffman, and I applaud what you are doing. It doesn't really make a difference to those of us living south of Devon and east of California. South of Devon, east of California, what's that about? First of all, it shows, again, you don't know anything about the neighborhood, because the school will relieve overcrowding both at Boone and Clinton. And you obviously haven't talked to anybody or been in touch with anybody. And let's see, what's north of Devon and west of California? Maybe we can ascertain this later. Now, you also rip me on other things. You talk about how Sonny's position with CAPS and all the rest of it give you unfair advantage. Oh, come on, please. And you have to put your list together one by one. You've got the help of the North Albany Park Community Organization trying to politically organize. We put our list together one by one, and the fact is Sonny's been doing I've been doing the CAPS meeting thing for 14 years. Sonny's been doing it for longer than that. So it gives us a little bit more of an edge because we have been involved in the community and you haven't. Now, the topper is your equal in terms of lack of truth, Ann Glapa. John, do you mean that yellow journalism rag called the Northtown News Magazine? Well, I guess that's the TV show. It has a long, sad history when it was printed on paper. It has never been printed on paper, Ann Glapa. I started doing Jewish Chicago in 1982. Jewish Chicago was a monthly paper. It's come out periodically since, almost always before the election. You are not a member of the Jewish community, so I don't expect you to know. Now, what does it say? With made-up lies about the opponent. Okay, all this under-the-radar stuff. Now, I have one of their last paper copies about the Hank Rubin campaign and what they wrote about him. Do you want to know what the lie of the rag said? Well, you've written about this before on the air. What you have said that I say is that I called Hank Rubin a homosexual. Ann Glapa, I never did that. I have a copy, you have a copy. But you know what? You take your copy and you show it to people. You have a copy, I call you out. I want you to hold that copy up to people. I want you to show it exactly what you're saying. That's not what I said at all. It's not even close. I'm not going to go into detail. It's not important. The fact is that I did say that he had more, in terms of, I analyzed races. He's way more pro-homosexual. That's why Greg Hines was so pissed off at me, because I endorsed the candidate for something other than homosexual reasons. I don't get involved in that. Look, Ann Glapa, you're a liar. Hank Morris, you don't seem to care about what's on your board. At this point, I'm going to leave the rest of the time. We're going to show you the footage we did from National Night Out. Hope you enjoy it. Sorry about the rant. I have no problem being criticized. I've been in the press most of my life, almost all of it. I get criticized a lot. I get ripped up a lot. But when I'm ripped up on what I really said and for things I really believe in one way or another, that's fair. Making up lies, Ann Glapa, John Hoffman, shame on you. Now, what is this? West of California. And what is this north of Devon? What is this south of Devon, east of California? John Hoffman, Ann Glapa. You're talking about Jews. And anyway, at this point, I'm going to turn you over to National Night Out.